Hi everyone, and welcome back to Sit and Knit for a Bit on a Sunday with Arne and Carlos. And we are, as always, your hosts.
Arne Carlos.
And we are back with yet another one of our podcasts. If you are new, if you saw the title "Sit and Knit for a Bit" and you think it's all about knitting, you are almost right. It's not always about knitting,
No.
and we do take a long time before we get to the knitting, so bear with.
Bear with.
And actually, the title of the podcast is all about you sitting and knitting while we talk about other things. We do recap things that go on in our lives here in Norway, and then we do talk about knitting occasionally, yarns and things like that.
We can't sit and knit because we can't focus
Right? Yeah,
on two things.
we're very bad at multitasking, especially me.
Because it's nice to look at the camera when you talk to the camera.
Right? Yeah,
Instead
and I'll
of
show you in a bit what I knitted while I was multitasking, and you'll see why
Yeah.
it's not so great.
I think it's good.
Well, we'll see about that.
So
Anyway, Arne, today, how's
it's a special day. If I was listening to a podcast this morning and on the Norwegian radio, and it's about when Norway locked down.
yeah,
And
which
it's 5 years ago.
well, it was 5 years ago. 2 days ago on March 14, 2020 was the lockdown. We're not recording in real time. Obviously, this is not live, so I'm just saying today or 2 days ago in the sense that we're publishing this
So
episode
when you see it,
on March 16. So
Yeah.
when you see this episode on March 16, it's exactly 5 years since we got off the ship. We were on a knitting cruise. We got off the ship on Norway locked down on March 14th, and we got off the ship on March 16th. We went home, and Sit in It for a Bit was born. So it's 5 years ago, guys.
that was a strange trip, that last cruise before.
Yeah,
we came home.
It was So
Like we came down from the north of Norway to Bergen, and suddenly the buffet was closed. We had to be served at the table. They were walking around with this steamer, like cleaning furniture. And we came to Bergen, and they took our temperature, and we were okay.
Yeah.
So we got home, but all the big harbors, is that what
Yeah.
they were closing behind us on the way down. So very strange.
Yeah, it was very strange. So anyway, it's 5 years ago. I would say today, I mean, if we're talking about real time, as we record this and talk about it today, which is not March the 16th, because this is a pre-recorded podcast, but I would say that today is 5 years since the idea of the podcast was born. Because I do remember us sitting on the ship, being very nervous about everything that was going on. I mean, seeing our life pretty much unravel as all our projects and all our trips and everything just got canceled, and how we were actually very scared about the whole situation. The whole world was closing, and that is more or less when we started talking about doing the podcast. And then when we went home, arriving at home on March 16th, of 2020, we started recording the podcasts. Originally, we didn't call it Sit in It for a Bit. We called it the Arne and Carlos Quarantine Podcast. And every day we did a new podcast, which is incredible because we talked for an hour. And how we could find so much to talk about from one day to the next is beyond me.
You should go back and listen to it.
Yeah,
no, I won't listen to it. I don't like to listen to myself.
No, you don't. And me neither. And then we also did the squares, the blocks.
Yeah. Was it the block every day in the beginning, or?
It was a block a day, yeah.
That is strange. And but we all got through it.
We did,
You
yeah.
helped us, and we helped you, I guess.
Yeah.
Some of you are still. I guess some of you have been there for 5 years.
Oh yeah.
So
There's a lot of
thank you.
people who
A
who
lot of
still
people,
watch
yeah.
that started with us 5 years ago, and thank you a lot for that. Actually, it's funny. It's 5 years since we started our Sit in It for a Bit podcast, and it's actually 10 years since we started our YouTube channel. So we've been around for a while now.
We should have champagne.
Well, it's not quite 10 years yet, sorry. So it is 5 years since the podcast, but on December 2nd of 2025, we will celebrate 10 years of having this YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So it's been around for a long time now, and we're very grateful for everything that this channel has allowed us to do in our life.
Yes.
We love our viewers, and we are always looking forward to connecting with everybody through comments and through everything. So
And since we started to travel, do the cruises and the garden tours, we meet a lot of you.
yeah,
So
which has
that's
been
also
amazing
nice.
as well. So yeah, 5 years since the pandemic, 5 years since we started the channel. Let's drink to that. But I've only got a little bit of tea left,
I have water,
and you've got some water. So there we go.
so that's cool.
That's very cool. And yeah, we all survived. Well,
Yeah. Well,
in the sense that
well, at least we
Yeah.
who see this or
well, we all survived in the sense that we're now back into the world after COVID. And somehow,
yeah.
when you think about it, and I do actually do sometimes, when you think about it, it is so strange because it feels like it's such a long time ago.
Yeah.
And all those things that we didn't do for a while, like we didn't hug people and we didn't shake hands and we did, I don't know, we did like fist bumps, or we did, we put our hand on our heart, or we just bowed,
shoulder,
or a shoulder. All that's gone.
Yeah. And I remember we said we will probably stop hugging people now after
Yeah.
this, and that took 2 hours.
2 hours and we were hugging
And we were
everybody
hugging-
again.
Now we're hugging everyone.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday I went to the dentist, and what's the first thing he does?
Oh, you're
No.
hugging the dentist?
No, I don't hug my dentist.
Well,
But-
you should, or he should, because all the
Well, I
money
pay
you
him
left
all the
there.
money for my
What you call that teeth?
oh, my wisdom teeth.
Wisdom
Yeah,
teeth.
yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? It was pretty. Okay, let's talk. I did not hug my dentist. But he extends his hand. So he's a new one. I used to. Well, Arne and I have the same dentist. He used to be a lovely gentleman called Roy, and we've been going to Roy for 20 years. But Roy retired, and with him, he took his chair.
The chair was gone.
The chair was
We
gone
came
when
and
he
we saw
retired.
there,
Yeah.
like we saw this like these wires coming up
Yeah.
on the floor, and I said, "What happening in there?"
And they said, well, the chair was just as old as Roy,
Roy
so we
has
just
left
needed to get
us.
rid of it because, yeah.
Oh,
And
so-
Roy didn't even tell us. I
So
mean,
no, he didn't tell us.
no, we've had 20 years a relationship for 20 years, and then when it's like being broken up with by text.
Yeah.
If somebody breaks up with you by SMS,
The new one said, he didn't tell you?"
it's like
like he's
he comes and he says, "Hi, I'm William,"
I'm the
and we
new
go,
dentist.
"Where's Roy?" "Oh, Roy retired 3 months ago. Didn't he tell you?" And we said,
Like I had a feeling he called every.
he said he called
customer.
everybody. Well, he didn't call us.
Maybe we got a missed call somewhere.
And then the nurse said, "Oh, that's probably because he liked you so much,
Yeah,
and he
and there
was
was like,
afraid of telling you."
and there hardly no hole in the teeth, in our teeth.
Yeah, yeah.
Null hull, what's that in English?
Zero holes,
holes.
zero cavities.
Yeah, and now he finds stuff all the time.
Well, this is William.
Not the holes, but
Well, we're getting into a relationship and we're getting to know William now. And William is a little bit of a, I don't know, a Terminator. I've had issues with my lower wisdom teeth for a few years. The upper ones were pulled when I was very young. Teenager, obviously. And these were actually healthy, so I kept them. And now he said that they're growing inwards and they were pressing all the other teeth, so he really wanted me to pull them. I had this one pulled in November, and this one got pulled yesterday. I'm fine. It doesn't hurt. He's a fantastic dentist. But yeah, ka-ching, ka-ching for him, right? And you had
and
to
then
do.
to me as well, there was one back there, and he said, "Oh, that's dead. You need a bridge."
Yeah, so ka-ching, ka-ching again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And in Norway we get free healthcare, but dentist is not free unless the problems are connected to your health. So Arne has had an infection in his jaw, and so when the dentist operated on Arne's,
And that was free.
That was free
Yeah.
because it was part of our free healthcare system. However, to go to the dentist for a checkup and to close or treat cavities and pull wisdom teeth, it costs money. You have to pay. So I was in for about 5 to 10 minutes. So Arne dropped me off. I wanted to drive myself, but then Arne said, "Yeah, but then you might be under anesthesia and all that, and you might be a little,
Totally drugged.
So I go there. I go up, and he's early, and he shakes my hand. He takes me in. He knocks me out. Well, not me, but my jaw completely, everything. and then he extracts the tooth.
That's what dentists in Norway do.
I
It's
know.
like the Flintstones.
Yeah, he extracts the tooth, and then he said, and then right, yeah, and then he says, I'm trying to tell the story here.
Yeah, well, you knock you out. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
And then he takes the tooth out, and it's all done within 15 minutes. It's a 15-minute thing, and then he says, that'll be $190 US, please. Yeah,
I just got. I
approximately.
just managed to buy myself a bag of chocolate chips. No chocolate thing.
Yeah, I
like-
know. I could smell it. So so I come out, the car's not there. I've got cotton in my mouth. He had an issue with a nerve, so he had to give me more anesthesia. So I pretty much from here, from my ear, and then all the way across my nose, and all the way down here,
And you're
and all the way down to my chin. I could not feel my face.
Oh, nice.
And he put cotton in my mouth, and I had no idea that I had a cotton thing inside, on where the tooth had been extracted. So I call Arne and I go, something like that.
Yeah,
Right?
and there was like 5 minutes.
And then,
I thought I had all the time in the world.
Yeah.
I should have like the time of my life in the car
yeah,
with a
so
bag of chocolate.
right, so he drives back, and I get in the car, and I'm still with, but I go, what, are you having chocolate? And he goes, no.
No
And then he'd eaten it all. That's the worst part. You had eaten all the chocolate, but I could smell it. He didn't.
No,
He didn't.
I hadn't eaten. I ate it until we came home.
Yeah, but you
I
told
had
me.
it on the other side of the car. You
Well,
didn't
yeah,
see
and
it.
I passed
because I
out,
try to be discreet when I
Right.
know that you can't have it. So
and I passed completely out. So it's like, but I got in the car. I could smell it. I could go,
I'm good you didn't drive.
yeah. So, no. I was. He really put a lot in my face. And it was so bad when I got when I got home. I went to lie on the sofa because I was so out of it, and I started getting worried because the tooth itself, pulling it didn't. I mean, it doesn't hurt at all now, but that anesthesia in my face was really painful. So at a point, I started getting really nervous, and I had to Google how long does anesthesia from the dentist lasts, and it said up to 4 hours, and it was like up to 2 hours. I go, oh boy. And then after 4 hours, I still couldn't feel my ear, and I was starting to get quite worried. The last thing he'd said to me before I think I passed out was, no, because I didn't pass out, but the last thing he said, I think, was, if there's anything, call me. He goes, call me.
Yeah. Ching.
Anyway.
Oh, but you didn't get the teeth. That could be like a nice
No, I
souvenir.
asked not. No, he showed it to me.
But you didn't say, "Oh, I want it."
No, I didn't want
You
it.
could put gold.
No, I
on
mean, it
them.
would have been the second one. What am I going to do with them? I said, no, you keep them.
You can put gold leaf on
Yeah.
them
I don't know what they do, though. Do you know what they do?
with the teeth.
Yeah. Do you think they just put it in the trash can?
Probably.
I don't know. It had part of my skeleton on
That's
it,
not
so I
good.
hope not.
That's what they did, like with voodoo.
Uh,
Like, wasn't it? I heard like stories about that. People were afraid of
Okay.
giving pieces away from like hair.
so I
and
don't want to
stuff.
think about this anymore.
No, don't think about it. No, you know what you can do. You
I
can,
think it's-
you can give everyone the joy of showing what's in your bag.
Yeah, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to just speculate before. I think that he is a dentist, William. I hope he's watching, because you know William. Okay, watching you. So yeah, he is a serious dentist. He's got a practice. I think they send the teeth to some laboratory somewhere where they destroy them.
No, please.
Oh, come on, it's got my DNA on it. I think they do. I'm sure they do.
My heritage has your DNA.
Yeah, well, that's another story. Anyway, I haven't got. I've lost all my 4 wisdom teeth now. 2
Yeah.
of them recently. I can report today that I'm no longer in pain. And yesterday the pain was because of all the anesthetics I had in my face, which are gone, luckily.
So he's
And
fine now.
I'm fine. I can feel my everything, and it doesn't really hurt. I can do this, and it doesn't hurt. So it's good. I mean, it's
It was
all
worse
good.
the last time on that side.
Yeah,
Then it was worse.
I had more pain after extracting this one than I have after extracting this. But the whole thing with the anesthetics yesterday, I don't want to do
I
that
think you
again.
are getting used to it.
Been there, done that. Anyway, on other news, we have come back from a knitting cruise. We were on a knitting cruise a couple of weeks ago now. Actually, no, we got back on the 26th. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago. We got back on the 26th of February. So, and we are in March already now. Even the date that we are recording this is
And we
in
did a
March.
cruise only from Bergen to Kirkenes,
Yeah.
and I feel it's a bit short
Yeah, it's a little
because
sad.
there's so many nice people coming, and when you start to get to know people, then everybody has to leave.
Yeah.
So when you go up and down along the coast, then it's better.
It's
I
much
think.
better.
Yeah.
So everybody gets a tote bag, and it looks like this. So this is a Japanese bento bag, actually. Oh, it's made to fit a bento box. So you put your bento box in, and our agent in Japan makes these for us, and she's been doing that for many years. And I'm going to show you now what my
But yeah, a bento bag is the lunch
yeah, the Japanese lunch box that you can buy
in the railway station.
in the railway
or in
station is a
kiosks.
bento,
Yeah.
and then you can put it in a bag, and the bento bag box will usually be, well, there's many different kinds of bento boxes, but there's a particular one that fits perfectly in here. And this is the back, and this is the front, and it's got Arne and me. And then I've customized, I mean, I've had this bag now since 2020.
Yeah, Freya.
And it's got Freya on it, you see, and then it's got Arne and me. And I've customized it with a few duplicate stitches or some embroidery for the, on the sweaters to just make it look like it's knitted. And then so this is from Heart Knit, a Japanese organization that we have worked with back in the day when the big tsunami hit in 2011. We were very involved with this organization. So I've got two brooches.
I don't remember where these things came from.
And then I've got a little thing with the Coastal Express, Kistrute, so that's very cute. And then this flower, maybe I crocheted. No, I did not
No, I
crochet
don't
this
think you
myself. I think this button was a gift.
That was also a gift.
Yeah.
But I don't remember.
So
You should
anyway,
take pictures and write down.
So anyway, this is the tote bag that we have been giving out with a little kit inside. And we have been giving out this tote bag, this exact tote bag, since 2020. We started it on the infamous, the pandemic cruise, as I call it. It was it was actually one of our not our very first, but one of our first knitting cruises, actually. And then we resumed the cruises in 2022, and we've been handing out these bags since then. And the reason why we're now showing them is because it will no longer be a bag that we will give out. So we are discontinuing this bag, and there will be a new bag coming very soon. So we're very excited about that, aren't we?
We are.
And yeah, I mean, after so many years, after 5 years, it's time to change up the bag a little bit. And we're going to be changing up the project as well for the knitting cruise. So in the bag, there used to be 2 skeins of yarn from Hillesvåg. And what was the project, Arne?
These are mittens.
Right. You have to embellish a little bit. What were they called?
Oh, what would we call top of the world?
No.
No, I don't remember.
Okay. Are we going to do the guessing game again? I mean,
Well, I don't remember what we
come
called
on.
them. The reindeer?
the Arctic Circle mittens?
Yeah, the Arctic Circle. That was the Arctic Circle globe and a reindeer.
Yeah. And then there was a wrist warmer version for those who didn't want to do the mitten or the new beginners.
I
So
don't remember these things.
no, you don't remember. Even though we were knitting it
Exactly.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago and it's gone.
Yeah. So we had the mitten, and then we had a wrist warmer that if those who couldn't knit the mitten, they wanted to do something easy, they could learn to knit the wrist warmer. So that was the design. We won't show it to you because we don't have it here.
No, then I have to leave.
And we don't want that.
No.
We don't want you
Because
to
I found the pair in the storage house with the 2 versions, one with black and gray,
Yeah.
like black on the main color and the other one the other way.
Anyway, we'll show you next time maybe.
Yeah.
So the design also in the tote bag and the yarn and all that will be discontinued, and we will do a new design. And the reason why we're doing that is because we have so many people that come back. They do these cruises over and over and over again, and it would be so easy if we only had like one-time people, in and out, and then we could just do
So we have
the
to
same all the time. But because we're having so many repeat people coming, we want to change it up a little bit. Otherwise, it's boring for
Yeah,
them.
we need to come up with something.
Yeah.
But now we need to see what's in your bag.
Okay.
Carlos. I
So
think people are very curious.
okay, so I've got a sock yarn.
So you meant to do.
And this is our, in case you don't know us, we are Arne and Carlos. We are designers. And one of the things that we design are these balls of yarn with different colors on them. And they make socks. So I've got a sock yarn here, unopened.
Yeah. So if you want to have our yarn, look for the picture, and it says Arne and Carlos because there are colors that look very similar now.
Yeah.
And they're not.
So
ours.
I got a skein of black. This is leftover from when we were in Antarctica on a knitting cruise, knitting the penguin hat. So, and then I've got
What is that?
ball band, like a yarn wrap from Hillesvåg, the company that we work with on our knitting cruises, and we visit them as well. It's a factory tour, and the yarn is called Ask. And actually, this is the place, literally, that we visit every time. And then I've got, oh, there's a receipt. What's this?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I need to put this.
Oh, Carlos, you always tell me that I have to be careful with my receipts
Yeah.
because you need them. And now, look what's in your
I'm
bag.
always telling Arne, the receipt, the receipt,
receipts.
the receipt. And now,
And then
Yeah.
why? What have you been?
Well,
shopping?
and it's all this yarn.
What?
It's okay. I have control. Actually, I'm in control. Don't worry.
Okay.
Oh, look at this. A little patch that says Svalbard.
You can put that on your bag or the
oh.
new bag.
This is the other part of
You know,
the...
you can actually iron these on. Some of them.
So what do I have here? Oh, I've got the... It's good that I get to clean my bag now that I'm gonna retire it. So yeah, this is the Antarctica penguin. You can see them
Yeah,
here.
and this was the
Very
clues.
cute. Yeah.
Let me see this was, and we were thinking, oh, we had to make a clue. This was the first clue, and everybody saw what it was.
Yeah.
Everybody said penguin.
More patches.
This is nice.
Yeah, look at this one, the little penguin with... Oh no, this is a puffing.
Why didn't you put that on?
I don't know.
Put it on
And
the
one from
next
MDK
bag.
as well.
Put it on the next bag.
And then I've got a moose. It was hanging out here, like this, but I had to take it out.
That was a gift.
Yeah, but the problem, from Maine.
Yeah.
The problem with this moose was it was hanging like this, and then the yarn was getting stuck because when I knit, I pull the yarn out of the bag. I don't take the yarn out of the bag. So that was making it very hard.
And what's your project?
Got plastic bag. I don't know why.
Put all these things in the bag.
Another patch.
Oh, polar bear warning. No,
And then I've got a stitch marker of a horse.
well, that's not. I won't kind of have
I know
it
you want that.
because I put them on the Christmas tree in the dollhouse.
Then I've got all these knitting needles. And finally, I have got...
This is cute.
hang on,
Sorry.
I was doing the big reveal.
But you never finished. There's so
Okay,
much
now,
in your bag.
finally...
And this is what we're all waiting for.
Yeah.
Let's see what you made on the
So
cruise.
this is what I made on the knitting cruise. And the reason why it's so slow is because I ripped it up like 12 times because I always saw something I didn't like. Being a Virgo really is a curse.
I think you did a good job.
But now I'm happy. So I'm doing a sock and I'm doing it toe up. And what I'm gonna do is I'm ribbing it. So I'm ribbing the front, but not
I think that is a lot for 1 week.
You think?
No.
No, because you would have done it in a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a work in progress. When I put the heel in afterwards, it's going to be ribbed all the way around. But the foot is only on the top, and on the bottom of the foot it's stuck in it. And actually, I had both because I was expecting to do 2 pairs
Very
of socks
optimistic.
in 6 days. But
You mean the rib is on the top of the foot?
the
foot
rib is on the top of the foot, and the bottom is
the foot
stuck in
is-
it. But then once I put the heel in, I'm going to rib it all the way up, and it's a
And
one.
you knit on 3 needles there.
Well, right now, yeah, because of the rib, but
Yeah.
eventually I'm going to knit it in 4 when I go
Yes,
around.
you get nicer transitions.
Yeah.
From.
But right now, to get a nice transition here, I figured I'd do it all on one. Plus, I'm knitting and purling this side, and this side I am only doing stockinette.
Yeah.
So, and I do 3 knit, 1 purl, so you get a little bit of extra stretch.
So what's more?
And it's a gift for you.
Thank you.
Hopefully, I'll be done by
Can I
Christmas.
have one in this color also?
Yeah, I mean that's my plan was
For the
2
next
pairs,
trip.
and I ended up doing nothing.
But you can finish it on the next trip. Was that everything in your bag?
That was everything in my bag.
I didn't bring my bag, but I brought the stuff. I made this one, a new bunny,
Mm-hmm.
on the cruise.
Of course you did.
And then
Do you want this, by the way?
I keep it in the storage. And then I stuffed 24 new Easter balls because Easter is coming.
Well,
No,
24.
Easter eggs, sorry.
Yeah,
not
but
balls.
12 new and 12,
12 new and-
re-editions.
Yeah, but I have to stuff them.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that, and I was knitting on my satin styles with her. That's
Of course.
this one. Well, I have stopped now. I will save this for
No comment.
next trip. But do you know this old one that I think I made in the late 70s or early 80s is the same pattern. This one. See?
I have to say-
exactly the same pattern, Carlos.
Yeah.
As
I
this
love
one.
this here.
Yeah, I'm happy with this.
They're floppy. I love it.
The floppy. So I have two of these. One will be a sweater, and then I made this one into a jacket because it was shrinking in the closet. So I
As it does.
I steeked it, so now I can wear it actually. It's a bit tight, but I can wear it. The other one I couldn't even get it over my shoulders. If I tried, I was stuck in there. And yesterday I started to knit on the Setesdal socks for the Setesdal folk costume. Look at this beautiful cable. This is nice. And it's actually much more fun. This is the second time I tried this, and the yarn I didn't have enough yarn, and I couldn't find the same dye lot,
Dialot, yeah.
and I had to start over again. So now I have.
Oh, were the colors
enough.
that difference?
Yeah. They were very different, but it's growing, and this cable is kind of fun. You remember I said I struggled with the cable, but now I have solved it. So now I do it in an easier way.
That's good.
Because in the pattern I didn't quite understand it, so I tried to figure out how to do that cable, and now I have what you say, solved the problem.
Solve the problem, yeah.
So it's a cable with 4 stitches, and you put 3 on a needle behind the work and knit 1, and then you move the 3 back again on the needle, and you move the first of those 3 to the front, and then you knit the 2 last ones, and then you knit the one from the front.
I see.
Are you fixing the doll?
Yeah, a little bit.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, she's naked. We can't show her on YouTube. Just
Oh,
the face.
I mean, it's just a doll.
It's the doll. Look, I put on this bolduc. I don't know what that is in English.
I don't know, but it's for tailoring.
Yeah, we use that on the dummy when you do clothes. So I put on bolduc on the doll, and now I'm gonna drape a dress on her if I have time.
Oh,
So I hope so. I started the black and white.
but she is, I mean, you have to hurry because she is going to a
She's
Canadian
going-
friend.
Yeah, I know.
We're
So-
giving her away to our friend Lisa,
Yeah.
our Canadian sister Lisa,
And I started
and our other Canadian sister Lila.
Yeah, I started to do a set style sweater for her, the same style as this
Yeah.
one. But I don't know if I can finish it in
So
time.
they're going to get the doll with the sweater. Well, you have to.
Yeah, or a dress, or both.
You have to finish it.
Yeah.
But remember, I mean, if you don't finish it now, you can finish it in a few. It's still a week
I know. And
before
this
we
is-
see
thi-
them.
I think this yarn is cool for doll clothes. I think it's called Fine Lace from Rowan,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a needle 2.5, the same as I use on this one. No, 2, needle 2. So you get a lot of stitches on a small body.
Mm.
So that is good, and it's very soft. So I think I could do it into a dress, and then I don't have to.
I think you
See?
should do a sweater dress, so make it a little longer,
Yeah.
and then you don't have to make her pants because she'll have a dress instead.
Yeah.
And you don't want to give her away naked. You know, she
No,
needs
she
something
needs-
to wear. And then Lisa is very good with the sewing machine, and she'll whip up some outfits for her in no time. And if you play our cards right, she might even whip up some outfits for your
Maybe.
dolls because you have the same ones.
I have two others.
So that could be a
Hello.
thing.
Her name is Tjorven.
Yeah.
She's from Trondheim.
Yeah. And Arne has a very special relationship with this particular doll. There is a story about him when he was young, his sister, and his mother. Do you want to tell it?
Yeah, because my sister had one with brown hair or black hair, and I was always using the doll to make clothes because my grandmother gave me her old sewing machine.
And how old were you then?
I don't know,
10, maybe?
maybe 10. I don't remember, but then my mother said we have to go to Lillehammer and buy you a doll so your sister can have your doll for herself. So me and my mother went to Lillehammer and she bought me a doll like this.
Blonde one.
She was blonde like this one. And you know, I managed to make her into a punk.
Oh, did you cut her hair?
I cut her hair and she had just like this mohawk thing
Oh
left.
my God.
I destroyed her too.
No, but you made clothes for her.
I did.
Yeah.
So-
And then ever since he's been thinking about these dolls. And
I've been
then-
looking for them and now I'm starting to collect them.
Yeah, well, you've got 3, so you do have a collection.
No,
but-
I'm giving one away, so I don't have a
No, that's what I mean. You had 3, or you have 3, it's a collection, but you're going to give away this one.
Yeah,
So you'll have a pair.
I have a pair.
And then you'll need to find another one. I mean, you would have given them another one if you would have found it, but you haven't found it yet.
No,
so.
but I have 2 blonde ones, so
Yeah,
that's fine.
no, don't you have a dark-haired one?
I still have 2 blondes, and I have 1 dark. I have 3 now, but I'm giving 1 away.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, so two of the 3 are blonde.
Yeah.
The other blonde was the one I found in the garbage.
I know. Arne came home very happy one day. He was so excited. And he was saying, "Oh, I won. I mean, you wouldn't believe it." I'm thinking, "Oh, did we win the lottery? Are we billionaires now?" And he said, "No, but I found a doll in the container, in the trash container." I was like, "Oh,
I
okay."
recognized the feet
Yeah.
because I saw this sticking up of a plastic bag in the container with things you can't burn.
Yeah.
Deponi, it's called.
And for you, that's the lottery.
And I know those feet, so I just pull her out.
I would have rather had money, but okay.
And I washed her hair, and
Yeah. Imagine
I-
how many dolls you could buy if we won the lottery.
that's next.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
So that's next.
Next.
So
Okay.
anyway, Lisa and Lila, you're getting a doll soon. So
You probably have it already when this is out, so we can talk about it.
maybe, yeah.
It's not a surprise.
Well,
when you
no.
see it,
I mean, it will
no.
be when you see it,
Yeah.
but it won't be when you see this podcast. So anyway, we are very excited about seeing both of you, and we are very excited about giving you this little gift, which I think you will love.
Yes.
And you're probably now shaking. I mean, nodding. You're not shaking your head. You're nodding
We're gonna
in
do
agreement.
Yeah, we're gonna do a Tjorven club.
Yeah, now that they get their
Yeah.
own, that'll be terrific. And then we might look out for some more.
I had these patterns for this doll, the American Girl doll, and I tried to make them smaller in the copy machine, and I think I'm almost there. So I have like a pattern for a dress with puff sleeves,
Oh,
but I have to work more on it. So I'm gonna do draping on this one.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we've just released a couple of weeks ago. We released our Easter, or we call them the knitted eggs, that you can knit up and decorate with. And actually, we've done something. We've re-knitted and re-released the original 12 eggs from our first book
Yeah.
called Easter Knits that was published back in 2012. We have issued them
Not the first book, but
the first Easter
the
eggs.
not the first egg.
It's not our first book, no. But we published a book in 2012, and we have re-released them with an enhanced, better egg pattern and knitted in the Norwegian wool.
these are from the
So
old
here they are, and they're very cute. I love that little bunny. You've got the 4 bunnies on that egg.
It looks like this one.
Yeah, it's the same bunny.
The same bunny.
And then I love this chicken one here. Isn't this
Yeah,
cute?
it just came out of the egg.
The chicken that has hatched. So cute. So we love this. Now, can can you guess what this is? A house with a heart on it. Obviously, it's where you go to do your business when you're up in your cabin during Easter, because you don't have running water. You have to go into a separate house. So yeah, this is what they call the outhouse.
It's a very Norwegian
In
thing.
English, we call it the outdoor toilet. And because it has the heart, and I think it's the same. I think it's culturally, I think people recognize that heart. So anyway,
Everyone has that on
I think
the
so.
door.
The outdoor toilet. Then, back then, we used to go to Copenhagen a lot to promote.
Yeah. So this one is inspired of that.
Well, actually, it's inspired of the Fabergé
Fabergé.
eggs, because there is a Copenhagen, or there's a Danish chocolate brand called Mikkelsen, and they do these beautiful Easter eggs in tin. I think they're in tin or in pewter
I
or
don't know, yeah.
aluminum or something, and they're printed with Fabergé patterns. And then you open them, and you've got all the candy. And we used to buy them because that meant keeping the tins. So a few of them. This is probably from that.
No, that's from
That's from something else.
something else. These two are from that.
Okay. So what are
there's
these?
something from this fairy tale where the rabbits are painting the sky.
Oh, okay.
That's those.
Yeah, and then one of my personal favorites. I love this one here. I think this is super cute.
I love that zigzag or that
that
snake pattern.
that
So we did another one in
undulating.
the new collection.
Yeah, and then we've got a couple. We've got some birds and a couple of plants. A little crocus, maybe a tulip. Yeah, this is probably a tulip. Don't you think?
Could be.
Or a crocus. This is a
flower.
little spring flower of some sort. So yeah, the re-edition of the old Easter eggs is now available as a pattern download on our website.
Yeah. And,
So you can go to arnecarlos.com and select the web shop, and you can get them there.
and normally we put branches like indoors and hope they will have leaves when Easter is over.
There's
But-
one more.
Yeah, but there's always a problem with those branches. I feel like they're going all the way in the room. So I'm still thinking about something, how to make something more easy for Easter that you can put out every Easter
Yeah.
instead of the branches. Something like the Christmas tree we did this
Yeah.
Christmas.
So the branches, there's a tradition here in Norway, and I think it's also in Sweden, if I'm not mistaken, from my childhood. I think so. You've got these branches that you bring in to decorate for spring, and they've got feathers on them. And this is something you buy from an organization for charity here in Norway,
Yeah.
the Sanitetsforeningen.
Yes.
It's a charity, and so all the money goes to their work, and then you support them by buying these feathered branches. And the feathers on the branches have different colors.
Yeah.
They have no specific meaning. I think you just
don't think-
choose
yeah.
what you like. And if I am not mistaken, from my childhood, I think they may have it in Sweden as well.
Yeah.
So that's the idea originally. And then we add kind of like the Easter eggs. These are from the new collection. So we released the 12 re-release of 2012, and then we've done a whole collection of 2025 Easter eggs, which are super cute. And then we did a new version of the original, of the one with the
Different version.
different versions. And we've got lots of colorful details on all of them.
This one.
Yeah, and you've got,
But it's kind of fun.
this is I love this one. I love these two greens together. They're so beautiful.
That's the emerald and
Mountain in Norwegian wool.
This one. came
And
out
some
nice.
more florals. So
And
yeah.
you know, we're very happy when you use Norwegian wool because on the label it says Rowan Norwegian wool, but it's actually our colors. So every time someone buy Norwegian wool, we get royalties.
Oh,
So we're
Well, that's
very
good to know.
very happy about that. But a lot of people don't know that it's actually our yarn because it doesn't say. But we have asked for having our name on the label. So maybe in
one
the
day,
future, we
one
hope
day
so.
they will do it.
Yeah,
So
it's
if you-
easier like if you know want to go and buy the Arne Carlos yarn and you can't find it because it doesn't say Arne Carlos.
Right, yeah.
But Norwegian wool is ours.
So, and we've made all the colors ourselves. We've designed and created all these colors. I love also this green that is here on the one with the bunny. This is a beautiful green. But really, these two, mountain and emerald together, are very beautiful. I love them. Very, very subtle difference between between the two, but there is a big difference in the colors.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I mean, it's fun designing yarn and creating the colors and doing all that.
It was fun to find the colors because we looked for something very typical Norwegian with the colors. So like the first one, like for the red one and the darker green, that is what you see in the folk costumes in Setesdal. So where's the dark green? This one. So these two together with black, that is very Norwegian. So, and we looked at a door in the museum who had this blue grayish with blue.
Yeah.
That was nice. And the rabbit is also knitted in Norwegian wool.
With a pretty sweater, and you've embroidered on top of the.
He has an oversized sweater this year.
With the heart.
But he came out nice. I think I'm so happy.
You know,
with
that
it
sweater
here.
could probably fit the doll as well.
That could be. She should try.
I think you should try it on just to see if it fits.
And then you think that, then I don't have to knit anything.
No, you have to. You have to knit. You have to knit.
Well, but maybe this pattern goes on the doll. I didn't think about that.
Well, we'll see.
Oh, it looks maybe no.
It'll be a little short.
Maybe the neckline has no. It works.
It works.
Can get in there. Sometimes you need to have a bigger neck opening to get it on the dolls.
But sometimes I think this is going to work because it's
maybe.
oversized. So
Just have patience. What did she say? The one in Miranda.
bear with.
Bear with.
Bear with.
Bear with.
Bear with.
No,
Miranda.
I can't. I'm gonna break her arm.
Oh, okay. Miranda is
No,
one
this
of our
doesn't
favorite
work.
shows. So
Yeah.
bear with.
That didn't
Bear
work.
with.
So the bunny has
Didn't
the
work.
sweater.
So you have to knit it anyway. Okay, Arne. I think we've got a few more things up our sleeves today in today's podcast, don't we?
Yeah, I found this. I didn't find it because I know what I have, but I've been knitting the Setesdal sock. And the doll went down.
Whoops.
For the folk costume, and so that's this one. Now, see, now everything is a messer.
Yeah. Leave it with us for 5 minutes, and it's going to be full chaos.
Can you manage to get this free from the yarn?
Free from the yarn? What do you mean?
This one is stuck in this one.
Oh, okay. I can help you.
No, I can. Oh, there. It wasn't that hard as I thought.
Oh, done.
Just organize it. So this is a book with folk costumes from Setesdal.
You came and you were complaining that it was too small.
Yeah.
The chart was too small. You couldn't see anything.
No, I couldn't see anything, so I made it bigger
Yeah.
because the original is very little.
Tiny.
It's this size. You see, it's almost impossible to see what's going on there. And I also saw in this book, this is from Rauma with all the different socks or stockings for the folk costume. And in this one, there's actually 2 different versions of this one
Okay.
that we can use, or I can use with the Setesdal folk costume. But I think you can use it with the other one also. But in this book, there was that's actually quite interesting. I saw these pictures. See, there's 3 different socks there. Have you seen that? There's these 3,
Yes.
and
Nice.
actually they are a bit different.
But they are from Setesdal.
Yeah, they are a little bit different than what I'm doing. So maybe this is something we should look into and see if we can knit them. We can use this one as a base and then just do it.
Try to do it, yeah.
Because I see that on the one in the book, when you see this one, no, it goes the same way. But there are some little bit different details. So that's something to look into
Yeah.
in the future. And I also found this one. That
An old design of ours.
this is an old one. We did this many years ago, and I haven't seen it. I thought it was knitted,
No.
but I have not seen it, and I didn't think we get any pictures of it.
No, that doesn't exist.
No, so I'm gonna knit this one, I think
Very nice.
when I finish the Saddestall, this will probably be my next project.
That'll be fun. I can't wait to see
This
that.
is in tarsia. I have to knit the pieces, and then the sleeve can be knitted on the round
In color work, yeah.
in color.
It's cool
I
because
think it's kind of cool because
it looks like you're wearing a long sleeve t-shirt and then a short sleeve t-shirt on top. It's
Yeah.
like a layered look that is very cool.
So I'm going to make this one.
Yep, very interesting, very exciting.
And we also got some nice sock yarn from Hillesvåg that we haven't tried.
Yeah,
So
and
we're
it's
going to
here.
try.
We'll show you just a couple of colors. We're getting into the end here. They send us these colors to look at, and it's called Fjäre, and it's sock yarn from Hillesvåg. It's got, let's see,
What is it?
it's got 80% wool, 20% nylon on it, so it's more sturdy than the regular wool. It looks like
This is so nice, and it says that the skein can be split. That's a very typical Norwegian thing, because when we go on the cruises, we go to Hillesvåg, and I remember one of the people were asking me why are that skein so thin, because someone bought half of it.
Yeah,
Because
and you
that's
can
what they
actually, I've done about 80 of the, I wound 80 of these last year, so, non-stop. So you can see here, they're tied in such a way as they're actually two. There's 50 grands in each of these. So there's actually two hesps,
Two small skeins.
two small
50
skeins
gram.
here, and then they are made into one. So when you put this on the thing, what's that thing
The
called?
yarn winder?
The Swift. No,
Swift.
this is the Swift. The yarn thing.
Winder.
Yeah. No, the winder is
No, that's
the
this
Swift.
one.
The Swift. Yeah.
This one.
So when you put this, in the Swift.
Oh, English is our first
Yeah,
language.
yeah. So we're so good.
So we're
Then you
good.
actually it kind of pays off to kind of hold them like that and make sure to open them so that you don't get them all tangled up. I learned that the hard way after doing about 8 of them before I got the hang of it.
But do you remember this one? Moose Moose.
Oh, moose.
Was that ever made?
No.
We did this for Regia.
It's a sock.
It's a sock with Moose.
We should make that.
Yeah, I'm gonna make, but I want to try it in this yarn. But we got some blue, but we have to order yellow.
No, we have those colors on there.
Are you sure?
Yes, they're just in another bag and we can't find them right now. But we have more of the sock yarn and we have those colors and we have red as well. We've got blue, we've got white.
So they disappeared somewhere.
They're in a bag.
Because I want to have socks with this pattern.
Yeah, the moose.
The moose should be dark blue and the sky should be yellow or orange.
Yeah, and I think people would really love that moose sock. So we might as well just make it and.
There's so much stuff we've done that never was made.
Right. Yeah.
We have to start doing this.
But that one we can knit at some point. Anyway, I think that this podcast is now reaching its end. We have a lot to go through. Now we have that sock to knit as well. So
we have to look for the yarn.
There's plenty of projects here. What I'm most concerned about is our microphones might run out of battery, which would be a bad thing because then we'd have to re-record the whole thing.
Yeah, so let's say goodbye.
So I think it's time to say goodbye.
Well, that's a nice
and we look forward to seeing you join us again next month. So please give us a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this episode. If you become a subscriber, then please make sure to also turn on the notification bell so that you never miss an episode. Like and subscribe. Please engage with our content because that really helps a lot. Remember that we've been here for 10 years. Our YouTube channel is 10 years old, so there are tons of tutorials and things that you can look at just to learn some new skills if you want, or if you are already knowledgeable, you could, look at them and see how we do things. Maybe we do them differently than you do. So there's tons of things to enjoy here. And for those who want additional content, we also have a membership area here on YouTube. And you could join and become part of the Arne Carlos family over there. Yeah. And all you need to do to join is go to the subscribe part of our YouTube channel. Just go to Arne Carlos YouTube channel on YouTube, look for the subscribe button, and there's a join button next to it. Click on that, and then you can select your tier and become a member. And the revenue that we make through there is exclusively to support the channel. So all the things that you see here are thanks to the revenue that we get from the membership. So it's for good cause. Otherwise, we would not be able to keep this channel going, as it is expensive.
Yes. So I think that's it.
I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
Thank you for watching, and see you next time.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.